Moon Mondays. As Saturn and Mercury both station direct this week, our minds and systems start moving forward again, right? Our structures, our foundations. So the pace of life is starting to pick up some speed again, right on cue for Thanksgiving here in the US and the kickoff to the holiday season. As the holidays heat up, so do our triggers often, especially ones connected to our families. So, this is a prime moment to get curious about your boundaries, your old stories, and what you need to stay grounded as we head into the holidays. So, for years, I dreaded going home for the holidays. Weeks beforehand, I'd already be spiraling, rehearsing conversations in my head, bracing for criticism that hadn't even happened yet. I'd slip right back into my childhood self before I even got there, right? Like small, insecure, already convinced I was failing the unspoken test of being good enough, right? So the truth is, I was judging myself long before anyone else could. Deep down, I still believed I sucked, just a leftover belief from the trauma I carried since childhood. My inner critic was merciless, echoing voices from the past. I'd walk into family gatherings armored in defensiveness and shame, ready for battle, but really just praying to survive. It took years of inner work to see that what hurt most wasn't my family's behavior. It was my unconscious shadow beliefs running my show underneath. Once I began to recognize those hidden stories and care for the scared little part of me, the dynamic began to shift. The holidays became less about bracing for impact and more about learning to stay true to myself, right? Even just trusting in myself and believing enough in myself to stay true to myself. So, this week's astrology mirrors that shift perfectly, right? Saturn stations direct in Pisces on Thanksgiving Thursday, helping us integrate the emotional and spiritual lessons we've been working on since summer when Saturn stationed retrograde. Saturn represents boundaries, responsibility, maturity, foundation, the inner authority that says, I get to decide how I show up. So, how do you want to show up during this holiday season for yourself? Mercury stations direct in Scorpio on Saturday, kicking off a brand new Mercury cycle under Scorpio's influence. As I spoke about last week, Venus and Mars are traveling behind the sun, also known as traveling through the underworld. We have this unique opportunity to focus on shifting a habit or pattern that is blocking our forward progression. A Scorpio Mercury cycle helps us get more conscious, aware of how we're getting in our own ways so we can change that. Nothing like the holidays to make you aware of your internal crap, right? So, together, these planetary shifts mark the energetic green light of the holiday season, right? Life starts moving more quickly, and so are we. But Saturn's reminder still stands. Forward motion without self awareness, which is really Mercury, can quickly pull us back into our old patterns. So, the cosmic invitation is to hold your center even as the world and your family start spinning faster. Your astrology life coaching practice for this week is before you head into your family time, take a few mindful moments to check in with yourself, right? So, here's some reflection prompts. What shadow belief about yourself still gets activated around your family? Like, I'm not good enough, or I have to be a certain way to earn their love, or I'm too much. Where do you feel that belief in your body when it surfaces, right? That can be helpful just to get more information because our body carries the blueprint of everything that our mind can often start messing with and trying to figure it out. So just feeling what's happening in your body can really increase your awareness on its own. What boundary could you set with yourself, right? To stay grounded in your adult self rather than collapsing into your childhood role? And what would it look like to bring self-compassion into your holiday experience this year? So Saturn says, hold your own authority. Mercury says, speak with awareness, awareness of how you speak to yourself as well. So together they remind us your healing, our healing, isn't about changing our families. It's about staying true to ourselves. So, next Monday, we'll explore the Gemini full moon coming next week. And it's a chance to have some serious fun and just get out of your comfort zone, which is a nice follow up to Thanksgiving and the little breather we get before the next round of holidays. I'm Sheridan Semple, astrology life coach and Moon Sister Circle Guide, here to help you move from feeling stuck to finally getting traction, freeing yourself from old patterns so you can live with more space, ease, and authenticity. You can download my free moon guide to live in sync with the lunar cycles. And if you're ready for deeper connection and support through the holiday season, consider joining my Moon Sister Circle. We're in the final days of joining at the reduced first year launch member price as we're coming up on a year of Moon Sister Circle. So jump in now if you've been wondering about it, and you can keep your price at that low first year price. All right. Wishing you well. Happy Thanksgiving, and I will see you next Monday.